Hi Nate, thank you for coming on today. How are you?
Good, how are you? Thanks for having me on.
I'm good. I'm here to talk to you about some of the rules that are being implied into Major League Baseball. I just want to get your opinion on them.
Sounds good.
4 new rules got added: bigger bases, robot umps, a time clock for pitchers, and banning the shifts in the infield. To start with the first one, what do you think about bigger bases?
Overall, I think the bigger bases rule is pretty good for the sport. I know the commissioner said the bigger base is safer for the runners, and it's definitely going to be easier. A few more inches is a pretty big difference between a badge. So I think for base runners and like more entertainment, everyone likes a stolen base. I think overall it's pretty good rule.
Yeah, I could agree with you. I know in my life I've where I've stolen and I missed bags and stuff, and I think the bigger bases are going to be something, especially for the little guys.
I agree.
Second, we got robot umps. What do you think about that?
Robot umps is a tough one because it takes the human error aspect of the baseball. It's been umpires have been around since the beginning of the sport. So I think if they implement it the right, in the minor leagues they're doing, like you can ask the press box to review a call. I'm okay with that. Like use a DM kind of challenge where it's in the NFL. But I don't want full robot umps. I think it takes away the human aspect of the game. So
yeah, I completely agree. I feel like making the mistake in the game is a big part of even as an umpire improving and becoming better.
Exactly.
And if you feel like you need to change the call, I think that's great that you can call up to the press box now and they can reverse it. And I hope they bring that to Major League Baseball. I know they're doing it in the minor leagues.
Yep. It's not perfect, so I think keep human error, but the players really believe it's a bad call, then they can change it.
Yeah. We got time clocks now pitching. So I know you're a pitcher. What do you think about that? Is it going to make you a better pitcher? Is it going to make you more anxious on the mound? What's it going to do to you?
Personally, for me, I already move pretty fast. Once I get in a rhythm, I kind of just take a deep breath and then make my pitch. So for me, it won't. But I know there's some guys in the big leagues that really take a while to settle in on the mound. Deep breath, few deep breaths. Just kind of get their feet. But overall, I want to say if pitchers adjust well, it should be all right. Speed up the game.
I feel like baseball games have been getting very long. So with the time clock in, it's going to make pitchers move quicker. The game will move quicker. And I feel like it'll bring more excitement to the game. And the game is too slow. I feel like it's just people get bored of it eventually. So
yeah, like overall, there's like half hour of just the pitchers just walking around on the mound doing nothing. So I feel like it's definitely better for the entertainment.
Yeah, I agree with you. The next thing, banning shifts in the infield. For people who don't know what a shift is when the field moves in a certain way. So like the third baseman, shortstop, second baseman, and first could all shift to the left or right, back or forward, and they all mix it up. They do that because they feel like a pitcher is, a hitter is they're more likely to hit it to one place than another. And I get your opinion. Do you think it's a good idea to ban shifts, or do you think it's good that teams can play strategically and move fielders around?
Yeah, I definitely like the strategic aspect. Lefties coming up, like Joe, for a big pull hitter, can't really go to the opposite field. So I liked how they can just throw the third and second baseman on the right field and make it pretty much impossible for him to hit. But I think left-handed hitters, they're a huge advantage because righties, for example, you really can't put 3 guys on the left side of the infield because then it's only the first baseman on the right side. And I think for left-handed hitters and I think overall it kind of sucks. I know where it's coming from. I'm a little bit. I know that for left-handed hitter example, I still put the shortstop. So as long as the pitcher gets over and the second baseman can play more back, I don't think it's like completely, but it's good for the game.
Yeah. I have one. This new rule just got out of the base, and it's probably going to make people happy. What do you think about the tubes to first?
On that one, I'm pretty sure. If you're a pitcher like me, for example, if there's a speedy guy on first base, you throw over twice, you can't do anything anymore. You're pretty much saying, all right, I'm gonna go home. You can get a huge lead. Like it can be pretty easily exploited. You can get a huge lead and you'll be off like it's nothing. Mm-hmm. It's a pretty done. What I know, the pace of play. Taking like pitch clock on the mound, I get that, saving time. But pickoffs are a pretty big part of the game. Mm-hmm. I'm not a fan of that one. That's probably the only rule that I heavily disagree with. It's just giving the runners a clear advantage, and pitchers can't do anything about it. It's hard for them to hold runners as it, but now limiting their pickoffs, it's pretty much impossible to hold a quick guy at first.
Yeah. I feel like for me, being on the base path, it's going to benefit me in some way because me not being the fastest guy on the field, pitcher throws over twice, I know I have a chance to steal. As a pitcher, though, I feel like it's not going to be good, but there's ways that you can solve it. I feel that delivery is quicker to the plate, and you've got a catcher with a good arm behind you can,
for sure,
like make sure that they won't be taking as big a leads and stuff. If you're quick to the plate, if the kid doesn't end up stealing, he just ends up taking a big lead. Catcher can back pick the first.
Exactly.
Or if he does end up going, if you got a guy behind the plate who's got a really good arm, then I feel like you're going to be able to get him. So I feel like as a pitcher, if you do your pickoffs and you can't do it anymore, I feel like you just got to be super quick to the plate, like quicker than before, which is going to take some getting used to, I feel like.
Yeah.
But working on that, I think it's really going to be, I think it could honestly help the game a lot.
Okay.
Just like getting different, more, and then you can see how pitchers can go to the plate. You can see the catcher's arm more. I just think it's very exciting.
Gotcha.
Josh Sorbs of the Rangers, he's a right-handed pitcher. He said you're going to have a really good catcher. That's what it's going to have to come down to because with the two pickoffs, he just went with what I said. Basically, if you're not quick enough to the plate, you're going to get stolen bags off of you. But if you're quick to the plate, then you're going to be able to prevent it, and the catcher can either throw the guy out and pick him off at first or second.
Yeah.
That's all I have for you today, Nate. Thank you for coming on, bro.
Thanks for having me on. It was great.
Awesome. Great job.